Thank you for listening to a nighttime adventure bedtime story from nighttimeadventures.com. Visit our website to view hundreds of exciting bedtime stories for children of all ages.
The Nighttime Adventures of Max, the Dream Defender. Max was an adventurous little boy who lived in a quiet little town. Every night, when he tucked himself into bed, he would close his eyes, and his imagination would take him to the most extraordinary places. He never knew what adventure lay ahead, but he knew that it would be something new and fantastic each night. One night, as Max drifted off to sleep, he found himself standing in front of a bright green garbage truck. It was as big as a giant, with wheels taller than he was. The words "Garbage Gobbler" were painted on the side in bold, cheerful letters. "Hello there, Max!" boomed a friendly voice, and Max looked up to see a big, burly man with a bushy beard standing next to him. The man was wearing a bright orange vest and had a name tag that read, "Otis." "I'm Otis, the driver of the Garbage Gobbler," he said, extending a massive hand to Max. "And you're just in time to help us on our nightly adventure." Max shook Otis's hand, feeling a surge of excitement. He'd never been on a garbage truck before, and he was eager to see what was in store. Otis helped Max into the truck, and together, they rumbled down the moonlit streets of Max's sleepy little town. As they drove, Otis told Max all about the special Garbage Gobbler truck. "You see, Max," he explained, "we don't just pick up ordinary garbage like other trucks. Oh no! Our Garbage Gobbler gobbles up all the bad dreams and fears people had during the day. Our job is to make sure that tomorrow is a fresh, new day for everyone." Max's eyes widened. "Wow," he said. "That sounds really important." "It is, Max," Otis replied with a smile. "And tonight, you're going to help us." Their first stop was a small, cozy house with ivy climbing up the walls. Otis turned a lever, and the Garbage Gobbler's mechanical arm extended, picking up a trash can filled with discarded nightmares. Max could hear the whirring and churning as the truck gobbled up the bad dreams, grinding them into nothingness. At the next house, they encountered a timid little girl named Sophie who was sitting on her porch, wrapped in a blanket. She had just had a scary dream about being lost in a dark forest. Otis handed Max a shiny, silver net, and Max carefully scooped up Sophie's bad dream, placing it into the Garbage Gobbler to be destroyed. As they continued down the street, Max found that he had a knack for capturing bad dreams. He caught one about a boy being chased by a pack of wolves, another about a girl who couldn't find her way home, and even one about a scary thunderstorm. With each stop, Max felt more and more important. He was helping people sleep better and feel safer in their beds at night. As the night wore on, Max and Otis came across a house with a strange, eerie glow coming from the windows. Otis's face turned serious. "This one's a big one, Max," he said. "Are you ready?" Max nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and trepidation. He hopped out of the truck and followed Otis to the front door. They could hear faint whispers of fear seeping from under the door. Otis handed Max a pair of large, golden scissors. "These are no ordinary scissors, Max," he said. "They can cut through the strongest fears and sever the darkest nightmares. Are you ready to face this challenge?" Max took a deep breath and nodded. "I'm ready," he said, gripping the golden scissors tightly in his small hands. Together, Max and Otis opened the door, and they were immediately enveloped in a swirling mass of dark shadows and ghostly whispers. Max could feel the fears tugging at his heart, but he stood firm, ready to face the challenge. One by one, Max snipped at the fears with the golden scissors. Each time he cut through a shadow, it disintegrated into a puff of harmless smoke. The whispers grew quieter and the darkness started to dissipate. Max and Otis worked as a team, moving through the house, freeing it from the grip of the terrifying nightmares. Finally, Max reached the source of the fears, a swirling vortex in the center of the room. With a surge of courage, Max raised the golden scissors high above his head and brought them down with all his might. The vortex shuddered, and with one final snip, Max severed the connection between the fears and the house. The room was instantly filled with a warm, golden light. Max and Otis smiled at each other, knowing that they had conquered the fears and made the house safe again. They returned to the Garbage Gobbler and placed the remnants of the bad dreams into the truck to be destroyed. As they continued their rounds, Max couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. He had faced his own fears and helped others overcome theirs. It was a night he would never forget, As the first light of dawn started to break on the horizon, Max and Otis returned to Max's house. Otis gave Max a big bear hug and thanked him for his help. "You did a great job tonight, Max," he said. "You should be proud of yourself." Max beamed with pride. "Thank you, Otis," he said. "I had an amazing adventure." As Max climbed out of the garbage gobbler, he noticed that everything around him was starting to fade. The bright green truck grew fuzzy and indistinct, and Otis's voice became a distant echo. The sky turned from dawn to twilight, and Max felt a gentle tug at his feet, as if he was being pulled back to his bed. Max blinked, and suddenly, he was tucked safely in his bed, his adventure over for the night. He smiled to himself, knowing that he had made a difference in the world of dreams. And as he drifted back to sleep, he knew that he would be ready for whatever new adventure awaited him the next night. From that night on, Max became known as a Dream Defender, a brave and caring little boy who made the world a safer place, one dream at a time. And although his nighttime adventures remained a secret, those who had been touched by his bravery slept more peacefully, knowing that Max was there to help chase their fears away.